to say. I legitimately, I don't know what to say. But my face is like stuck like this though. It's stuck like this. Like, despite how ridiculous and out of this world of a fever dream we had with this episode, I can't deny how much fun that was. But it's fun in like the most ridiculous of ways. Like they're like like that's the funny thing. Like for example, Team Rocket with straight up grunts, like they're actual leaders. Ash and the guys turning into youngins, like actual youngs, like 5, 6 year olds, and then like somehow, according to the series, it's like we're gonna pull a Necrozma arc and just pray, except we're gonna pray specifically to Arceus. And compared to the Sun and Moon one, where it's like all 4 islands like decided to pray for Necrozma, it was like over here just like a couple of people, and somehow Arceus heard it and was like, "Bro, I got you, homies," and just said, "Let's heal up the world." And that's what just happened. I don't even know what to say other than just wow. I was floored with this episode, bro, but I can't deny the fact that I was just giddy up all around with this one. Yeah, that's the best way. It was so ridiculous, so cheesy. It was so bad that it was good. And I'm not saying bad in like the essence of it like being a horrific episode. I'm talking bad in like that kind of like The Room bad, with the where it looks like it's meant to be bad, but somehow it becomes a masterpiece because of how stupid it is. That's just how I feel with this one, bro. That's just how it is. So, I mean, I guess we'll talk about it more with other peeps, but right now who wrote this episode? Who was the one responsible? Let's go share our opinions with the person responsible for creating this episode. You bring up a valid point there, Fire Snipes, or we're gonna go look it up right now. Which out of you fools was it that made the second episode? The person who made this one is, where is it? Oh god, there's a big ass list here. Jesus Christ, how many people are in this episode? Here we go. Actually, no, I don't even see. There's nothing in here that tells me who. Oh, here we go. Storyboard was made by Hiromasa Amano. Screenplay by Shoji Yonemura. Episode director is Hiroaki Takagi. Animation director Rei Yamazaki, Hiromi Sakai, and Koki Yanagihara as the animation directors. Episode director, storyboard, screenplay, and all that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me hop into this call real quick. All right. Oh my god, my cheeks hurt, bro. Hey, I mean, join me on this one then, why don't you?
Yep,
So,
I'm here. What
okay.
did we just watch? I don't know.
My cheeks hurt just from the amount of giddiness I just had from this episode being so out of this
Right?
world ridiculous. But
Oh my
I'm gonna be
god.
real with you. It's because of the sheer stupidity we went through with this episode that I liked it. I liked it, but it was not. It's not the
Liked
listen.
it
I'm
too.
gonna be real. It's not the like as in like this is a masterpiece of a written story. I liked it because this is the thing I asked for the last time we had something of this premise before, where I said, if you're gonna go stupid, go the whole way. Don't even think about trying to come up with an idea. Just do it. Just be ridiculous. Just go nuts. And I think that's what this second episode did. I think they deserve credit for that because they said, okay,
Definitely.
we have a premise. Let's just be crazy with it. And I feel, in my opinion, personally, I think they actually succeeded on that front. Now, mind you, whether that's considered a good thing or a bad thing, that's up to you guys to decide. But like for me personally, I've had a fun time with this episode. I, I I really don't know what more to say. It was just so dumb. I can't be mad. Yeah, you're right.
I know, that's literally me as well. I'm like, it's funny because I started taking notes, right? Just so I
Uh-huh.
knew what to say. And all I got was XY Ash because the rest of this episode was just me being like, what? is happening
Yeah, like
right now?
what's with alternate universe Go and Koharu? Why is Koharu's VA better in alternate universe than our Koharu, bro? I love her dialect in this
The
episode.
voicing,
Yeah, the voicing,
right?
yeah, it's so good. Go is confident as fuck. Like all that shit that we had with his story in our world. That shit was just brushed off to the side because this alternate universe Go, no, he's just a straight up badass. We're just gonna keep him badass the whole way through. And that's what
Yeah.
happened with this Go. And I'm like, where the hell did these two come from? And it's a Chad Go. That's the thing. It's Chad Go. What the hell? How did we get to this point?
I don't know anymore.
I don't know either, but honestly, like I said beforehand, I loved it. I loved it. Only because they did what I asked them to do. Just simply one thing. If you make a ridiculous premise, just go stupid with it. That was what I
Yeah.
said before. People can go back to like a past review of that. I said that once before. I said straight up, do stupid. If you're gonna create a storyline that's just ridiculous, don't try to think too hard on it. Just be wild. Just do whatever you feel like you want to do. And I think because of that alone, I'ma honestly give this credit where credit is due. This was really a fun two-parter. This was a really solid two-parter. For all the wrong reasons. But it's because of those wrong reasons it got a plus in my book. What's that saying? Two wrongs make or two what was it? Two wrongs make a right or something
Wrong
like
make
that.
a right.
Yeah, that's what happened
Yeah.
right here. That's pretty much what happened. Except that two was like 2 million wrongs here, and it eventually made it right. Is this special more chaotic than the Hoopa movie? That's
don't
a
know.
film, man. That's like an hour and some extra minutes of a film. This is a 40
I mean,
minute.
this is an hour. If you kind of, sort of, it's a two-parter. I
It's
guess,
a
so
two-parter,
somewhat
yeah.
of a-
It's a special, we shall call it. And you know what? It deserves that title of being a special.
Yeah, it was-
It's
it
a
was
special
definitely
experience.
special.
It was a special experience. All right,
Oh my
so
God.
like I said, I don't know what more to say. I
Right.
thought I tried thinking about things to talk about, but it's like as I stated before, this premise was ridiculous. I mean, what can I talk about? The eggs, the Pokemon reversing. That was actually really good. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that the Pokemon reversing back in time. I like that Team Rocket was competent as fuck. I like that like Meowth lost his voice and Wobbuffet turned into a Wynot. I love that even Team Rocket themselves were de-aging a bit to the point they also turned into kids too. Like I
Yeah.
also was confused at the fact that like why in episode 1 of Journeys did they get a different VA for little Satoshi, but they brought big Satoshi's VA to still play the little one. Like these
Now
kind
we
of
know.
things are making me kind of question, like, what the hell are the decisions that they're making with this show sometimes?
Right? Oh my gosh, like
And then the way it ends too. Actually, that's another thing. The way this episode ends, it just ends.
Just
Like,
ends.
it just ends. Like it doesn't like say, "Oh, hi Cynthia, let's talk about this" or anything of that. No, it just ends. It just ends. And they're like, we got our story. Let's just get the fuck on out of here.
KG. It was like the world of Pokemon.
Even they couldn't get enough through that script. Like, well, what's the lines again? The world of Pokemon, and just went straight to the credits because even they knew they were that tight on time. You know what? I was going to criticize this, but honestly, this is probably my favorite two-parter of the PM 2019 series.
Yeah.
I've
agree.
always been an advocate for saying, listen, sometimes stories, like with premises like these, sometimes I always want more. But honestly, it's because this episode was so tight with so much plot points that they had to squeeze in all these things into this 22-minute episode, that if they had to stretch it out into like 44 minutes and start explaining things about like how Team Rocket even got to that point, or how Go and Koharu even got that equipment to not de-age, and like how they're not affected by it all, like if they had to start explaining that stuff, I feel like the premise of the episodes would have been hindered because of it. But because they just said, we're just here, let's just go with it, I think it worked because of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's all I gotta say on that front. I'm gonna pass this one on to you, Emmy. Like that's it. That's the best way. It's Gintama. If people know Gintama, y'all know. Now I'm just waiting for some kunais to just suddenly land on Satoshi's head and it just starts squirting out blood like in Gintama, and then we could straight up call it the Gintama effect. But until that point comes, though, yeah. Apparently, Koharu hacked into Team Rocket's data to get the armor. That's
Yeah,
so
right.
like, but like you saw how
The
fast
hackers.
that was. They're just like, oh, we just casually did this shit in the sidelines. Like, how did you even get into all of this to begin with? Where did you go? How did you get the data? How did you create the things? What? You know? So, but like I said, I liked it because of that. That was the best thing about this episode. They just rushed it all, but it
Right?
worked. It worked. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about it so far. Once again, Emmy, I'm gonna pass this on to you. I
All
think I
right.
need a second to breathe. I think my head is
Process.
so high right now in like trying to process all this information, and it just can't at this current time. So, Emmy, please take it away,
All
buddy.
right. I'll
I'm
try.
a. I don't even know if chat could even come up with something. Also, just out of curiosity, chat, do you guys agree with what I said about like how this special was so ridiculous and so out of this world that it worked because of it? Like, do you guys agree with that concept of mine? All right, now I'll pass this one on to you, Emmy. So you go on to it.
Okay. No worries. All right. I guess I mean, to be honest, for me, I'll just start out because I'm here. But like, my opinions on this episode, oh boy, I'm still processing everything. I think everyone is in terms of what just happened. Like, I don't know what happened. Do you guys know what happened? I don't know. But it was really entertaining. I'll give it that. And you know what? Like these plot points that we got for these two episodes, you would never expect this from Pokemon, but we got it. We got every little thing that we ever thought, no, this wouldn't be possible, out of this episode. And also, the music. Can we talk about that for a second? Because like, oh my
Yes.
gosh, the music in this episode was amazing. Like, where is the second soundtrack that I've been hearing about? Can we get that, please, and thank you? um, but honestly, I feel like I would have to watch this episode again just to like really just get on the points of what this episode was. Like, I can't even say if it even continued the plot. I mean, it did, obviously it continued the plot of the last week's episode, but at the same time I'm like, did it wrap everything up? I don't know, because like you said earlier, KG, it was a fever dream this entire time, but I enjoyed it. I was happy at the end. I was like, wow, all right. And also Pichu in the pocket. Can we like, dude, my heart, my little heart, seeing that little Pichu in the pocket, my goodness. Um, but overall, I really much enjoyed this episode. Is there plot problems? Yes. Did they pull a hoopa? Absolutely yes. Did I like the ending where they literally said please and then it worked? I don't know about that one because it's like that's it. That's all we're getting. That's how we're solving just by saying please and we're praying. I guess prayer works, guys. So take that into account. Um, but yeah, like honestly, if we're just going by entertainment, I very much enjoyed like this two-parter. I think it's one of the strongest. But that's it for me. So I'm going to let our members join as well. All right.
All
So
right, sweet.
first up,
I'll once
first
again
up we
pass this on
have
to you, Emmy, then, and
yeah.
I'll let everybody else come in and enjoy and share their opinions on what they think of that episode.
Exactly. All right. So first up, we have Evo, we have Felipe, and we have Hyprob. So come on in, guys.
So
Go.
I completely agree that the ending was like the for me. It's not that the ending was so bad. I actually disagree on that. I don't think the ending is so bad. It's good. I actually think it's just bad. But I agree with everything else. I agree with everything else. Everything else was pretty good. But for me personally, it was so bad it was bad. I'm sorry. I can't agree with that.
That's
But
There's a
fine.
reason why it was that way. But I'm going to let you guys give your respective reviews first, and then I'll tell you why the ending was that bad.
all right. But I do understand why the ending was there. They do kind of have to rush stuff out. They are limited. But yeah, for me personally, it was just so bad it was bad. But everything else was so good that I could care less about the ending.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for
Right,
coming to
bro.
my TED Talk.
Wait till you hear my TED Talk. Hi, Prob.
Oh
What do
my
you think?
gosh. Yeah.
All right, comrades. Oh my God. I'm still trying to process what happened in this episode.
Same.
Same.
So, I do like this episode.
I do too.
First off, it
Yeah, I
was
do
a
too.
good idea having everybody be rewound. The Pokemon, the humans, even the plants. Even the plants. Hey, Ash Ash gets to use Haunter again. Nope, psych. You're going all the way back to Ghastly. Mm.
I don't know, man. So many things happened this episode. So if you bring up plot points, I'll be like, oh yeah, that happened. I forgot.
Hi, Pop, what's your opinion on the episode? I mean, not the
Yeah.
episode, the ending.
Oh, the ending. Yeah, that was rushed.
Yeah, that it really was. It's like, come on, guys. It's like, all right, so literally you're at the point where everyone's about to turn into babies. All their Pokemon have become eggs at this point. The world is about to become an egg. That
And
is
what
where
did
we
they
are
do?
at.
They prayed.
Yeah.
They prayed.
Pretty much.
Arceus showed up just for, 2 seconds and then dipped.
That's it.
You'd be like, all right,
Ultimate
homies,
Pain.
I'm about to dip. BRB. I'll be there at the end or something.
Yeah, and then Arceus comes in being like, my game needs to be promoted. Let me come in and sense my presence. All right, I fix everything. I go back to my
everything.
land.
Okay,
Bye, Legends
that's what I
Arceus.
need.
Bye.
See you in Legends Arceus. See you in my game.
No, I'll
Pretty
see you in the
much.
third dog two-parter.
It
To
does.
me, it
feel
was
like
so.
the movie,
Yeah,
the Hoopa
bad and
movie.
bad. It was so bad.
It really felt like the Hoopa movie, but what was the difference?
On
There was no
drugs?
difference because I actually liked
The
it.
difference was that the other stuff was pretty good. That's what I
Yeah.
think. The other stuff was pretty good. Like I was
Yeah.
on the edge of my seatbelt for everything.
And
So
I felt like everybody in the AU was competent as fudge, especially AU Go and AU Chloe. They
I love
sound
them.
different from. Yeah, I just gotta say they have more development. Let's just say that.
maybe they did everything off screen, and that's why maybe they were hacked, but their hacking took place like a day earlier or something. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why it came out of nowhere.
Now let's not
Yeah,
forget
Maybe.
AU Chloe and AU Go had never met Ash and AU Dom beforehand because they actually did introduce themselves when they showed up. Go had the smarts to call AU Go, and that's what led them to Spear Pillar, all of them.
Maybe it was Sinnoh Ash because he did have an Infernape.
Actually, no, you may be right because he did have Infernape, and the other two Pokemon that were trapped in the cage with Lucario and Inteleon looked to be Floatzel and Sudowoodo, who are related.
Wasn't there a Weasel in there, or was that just
Yeah,
me?
there's a Weasel and a Bonsley.
No, the Floatzel devolved.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know
then
they
I don't know.
evolved, but like
Yeah,
they were
Weasel.
there.
Yeah. We did see Weasel.
We did? Oh, okay. I mean, I take your word for it because, like, I honestly, like I said, I'm still processing, so I don't remember. All I remember was
That's fine.
Piplup sleeping at the end, and I was
God
like, oh,
dang,
okay, so you slept through this
bell.
entire special. Okay.
Oh, god dang that bell! The bell, the animation, the music.
Oh
it's
yeah, that was
music.
Yeah,
that was
good.
God tier. That was God tier.
Mhm.
That was some fine-esque music right there. Oh my lord. Oh, and the Matrix, they were pretty much wearing white, and the main trio was wearing black, just like in black and white.
Oh
Black
my
and
God,
white
I didn't even notice
remakes
that.
confirmed. I'm
No.
sorry, I had to say it. I had to say
That's
it.
okay. That's okay.
It's in my
Sorry,
contract.
But yeah,
Anyway. All I have to say is there were a lot of mishaps, but
Mhm.
I found the episode to be good.
Yep.
For all the
Alright.
wrong reasons and the right reasons too.
True. All right. That's good. That's
All right,
great.
Evo.
All right, Evo, take it away.
Evo, take us home.
Okay,
Okay,
insight.
so first off, do I sound okay? No we're muffling
yes, you
or
do.
anything.
Yeah,
Yes, sir,
no
you're good.
robotics,
Sound
no
great.
anything.
All right.
Go.
All right, all children gather around. I have something very interesting to point out. So I'm going to say this first. First off, this episode was really great. As a two-parter, it's perfect. I don't have a lot of issues. I understand why they rushed the last minutes with all of them evolving and Cynthia and all that. We don't need that piece outside the awkward prey. So now this episode concludes the end of year 2. And they poured everything from year 2 in this episode. Cynthia, Infernape, Empoleon, and what was the other thing? Oh yeah, the Kaharu thing in the last part. So they poured everything here. Now, so this episode's good. This episode's really good. But there's one big problem, and it's not the fact that it's just a Journeys episode. Let me recap you real quick. So I have predicted for a long time that this series was following the narrative of Sun and Moon. They were following the exact narrative of when events started and all that. Year 1, we got the whole home base and everything was slowly developing until we got the end of year 1 with Zashi and Zamazenta as legendaries like Solgaleo and Nebi. Now year 2, we have this task force and everything, and then we ended off with something like the Necrozma arc. Why is it like the Necrozma arc? Because of how exactly it ends and how it ties everything together. Because they had to rely on their Z power to restore the legendary and save the day. What do we get here? They pray to Arceus. They pray to fix everything, just like how everybody in Alola, just like how everybody here in different dimensions were praying to fix everything. So now we literally have the ending of the Necrozma arc. And not only just that, now I have full evidence this whole series is trying to use the story of Sun and Moon, the narrative of how they planned events, into this series. Which is why I fear with year 3, they're going to rush everything else. And guess what? Now we have evidence of that too, because Gengar's next week. That's the start of year 3, especially for the dub. So, yeah, that is the issue I have with this episode. It's literally just the Necrozma arc all over again. It's Journeys being Sun and Moon in a negative way. So now you have my issues.
Hey, Sun and Moon, can I copy your homework? Oh, sure. Just change a few things.
Just
That is the biggest issue now with Journeys.
I had
Journeys
to say that. I'm sorry.
Journeys is basically copying Sun and Moon's homework. Like
Just
now
change a few
I have my evidence. It is the evidence right there, and I am so angry. I'm happy because I love this episode, but I hate now knowing the truth behind it all, and that makes me sad.
Huh.
Yeah.
Just replace the Alola Pokemon with Galar Pokemon. It'll be fine.
I hope we get more
Alright.
Galar Pokemon.
I hope so too. I'm trying to really trying to think about that point, and the more I think about it, the more it's very true. So I'm like,
Please. And I don't think anyone's going to point this out on Monday. I don't think anyone will point this out Monday. But if they do, God bless them, because they are now noticing the issue I started having with Journey since Project Muse started, because we're repeating Sun and Moon.
You know
with
what?
this
That's actually a really good point, and to say that really shows that you're like a Pokemon fan, because I'm pretty sure everyone who skips Sun and Moon wouldn't notice that, and they're just gonna like pray the crap out of it on Twitter.
Yeah, I forgot about Sun and Moon.
Yeah, so those people that forgot, they're not gonna have that same like acknowledgement. They're not gonna realize.
And like, I could have pointed this out on Twitter had I still kept mine open, but I know I'd get attacked by anti-pokey with people saying whether it's true or not.
Man.
I ain't taking that risk, but it's like, it's noticeable. It's there. You gotta analyze this carefully. And I've been trying to figure out how to analyze this series, figure out why it's so different and why it's so same. Now I have my answer.
But close your eyes. I forget the rest of the lyrics. That's all.
Exactly.
I mean,
But-
hey, if prayer works, can I just pray that the series gets better? Will that work?
Well, no, because guess what? Because it will. And you want to know why? Because year 3 is going to rush through all that development that everybody's been asking for, just like Sun and Moon did. Just like
The
they
keyword
did.
is
Just like how we
rush.
got
The
all
keyword is
those
rush.
evolutions. they're gonna, all those evolutions, all that character development for everybody who had almost no character development except maybe Lily. So there you go. Not
Oh
everybody's
yeah,
gonna get developed in the final year, and then
we're
Master
gonna
Eight,
get
just like the League, it'll drag itself out.
we're
There
gonna get
now we
Ash
know how
and
Journeys will go.
we're gonna get Ash and Pikachu do their Z move and defeat Leon. Oh yeah. Oh no. And they're gonna
Finally.
use the power of Galar. It's not power alone.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
and yeah, also look at what Blish just sent. Look at this. He sent a comparison list, and that is exactly what they're going to do. They're going to do something like that. If not, they'll do something different. And guess what? We had an interview that came out just recently. An interview that said, "Hey,
Yeah, I know.
next year, we're going to bring back all these characters, all these rivals, and introduce all the new Galar elements we haven't introduced yet." And now I'm thinking, oh my god, so this is how Journeys is going to decide to become quote unquote good when it's just going to be mediocre in the end because it copied Sun and Moon, which
Unless,
is what. Go ahead.
unless we head into year 4.
If we get,
No.
yeah, and that's an interesting thing.
No.
Year 4 can change everything. They could
No.
pull a Battle Frontier for all I know, or we could get our fall 2022 game for all we know. But
Can we,
It's
can we do it next year 4, please?
come on.
Please.
Arceus in
No year 4.
2022.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Maybe there'll be enough callbacks to make it all better. No, I'm just kidding. That won't make it better.
No, I'm hoping for year 3 to be a bit more extended. Maybe the 9th Gen anime will start at sometime during the summer. I wish.
If it ends up like that, I'm gonna hear a lot. I don't want to go on YouTube and
I'll
people
never hear
complain
the
about
end of it.
Serena's never going to be in Pokemon. I don't want to go back. I don't want to see those thumbnails.
Too bad.
Oh,
Too
wait.
bad.
Clickbait thumbnails.
You
If
want
Japan-
more
Yeah.
Serena thumbnails? We give you more Serena thumbnails, damn
Give
it.
you,
Oh boy.
give you all of them.
Exactly.
That.
Why do YouTubers clickbait us like this? What have I done wrong?
Views.
But overall, just so I can give everybody else a chance to talk, I love the episode. I don't have any pros or cons to say because I'm going to let everybody else do that for me. And just like how you guys did, this episode is great. I love it. The two-part is perfect. I just wish that I didn't notice this morning that it was exactly Sun and Moon with the Crossman and all that. That this whole series so far has just been a copy and paste homework. So
Now that you
I'm
told me that, now I hate the
disappointed.
Prey for 2 reasons now. One, that because it was dumb, and 2, because it's game predictable.
exactly.
Let's God.
Oh
right.
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any closing thoughts, guys, for you guys?
I made my closing thoughts. I am
Yeah.
disappointed.
My brain is
I
closed.
love it, but I'm disappointed.
My brain is closed. Same.
All right. I actually want to
You
let
guys
everyone talk.
All right,
Yeah.
so then I will let the next people in, which is your Pokepod peeps. So you got Nessa, and we got Kara. And let me just...
Wait, did they
Stick them
even
in
want to
here.
be in here though? Because they
They
didn't hit
They
the
did.
thing, that's why. I didn't
No,
know.
they did, they
Yes,
did, they
Kara
did.
blitz.
They did.
Okay, I was confused
Yeah,
for a
they
second because I was like, wait, they're not in the stage thingy, mabob. Alright, so we'll let the other folks go
Yeah.
through then. But
Yeah, Kara
everybody
still hasn't
else, though,
accepted it
thank
yet,
you guys so
either.
much for sharing your opinions on that, though.
There we go.
Really do appreciate it.
Welcome,
Thank
Comrade.
you.
Alright, so we'll let these two folks go, and then we'll bring these two in. And let's see.
Great.
Alright.
I was like,
Wait,
Hello.
okay,
I'm gonna let Kuro go first because I know he loves.
Go, no, Nessa, Nessa,
yeah,
Nessa,
I'm
please,
Stacey, I'm
Nessa,
still
please,
here.
please, Nessa, go first.
Oh, no,
Also,
no.
since when am I a Pokepod people? What the hell?
You're a
I don't
Pokepod
know.
guest.
I-
Frequent
honestly,
one, let's just say that.
go ahead, Nessa, because I have my notes.
No, I'm still processing, so that's why I'm like,
Ah.
Same.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know what I was like, I don't know where to start.
Okay, so I'm going. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So first and foremost, this episode, like I said to KG many times before, Journeys should embrace the bullshit and be like Intama. Well, today they did it. They actually did it. Like they jumped plot points without explaining, let our imagination flow, and smile from cheek to cheek, like, yeah. Then again, they did what they set out to do. Buy our toys, fans, because it's Dialga and Palkia time. And Dawn is the poster child. She returns for everything that it's not her. Develop Chloe, save the multiverse, contests, nah. We left that in Diamond and Pearl. But it's something else. I like how the other Koharu, she still speaks with the Haruhi dialect, the Kansai dialect, and she uses masculine honorifics. She's very tomboyish, so she's kind of like Clement, like she hacked into Team Rocket, like what? And then this I do like how he uses the Pokemon, that he kind of more earned, quote unquote, because the Flygon, like, how we say that they dumbed down Ash to make Go look better. They triggered that to a fucking 11 today, because Go was basically Chad ass super badass mode and Ash was a crybaby, and I'm like, then again, this proves one thing. Go and Koharu can be protagonists in their own world without the presence of Ash. And does Ash even, like, at this point, there should have been just, the Go and Koharu show, because if you're watching Journeys for Ash, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
I like why not? Why not? And, Ash finally got a hunter, like, oh my god, that was amazing. But Score Bunny did not hold back. Even as a Score Bunny, Cinderace, like, just double kicked the shit out, oh my, it was amazing. Like, again, I'd simply embrace the bullshit. Like, this is buy our toys, the special, no more, no less. If they cared for a narrative, they would do something with Etran or Manaphy. And I'm like, nah, let's, just have Dialga and Palkia again. And then, God is like, hey, I'm gonna have a game next. See ya. Like, see ya in Yusui for 4 episodes or not. I don't know. The writers don't either. But it was something else. But this special was, oh my, I don't even know what to say. Like, oh my god. Of course that there is the 2 cents that I have to give on the matter. They could not risk to the point of unfamiliarity, because all of the Pokemon of the doppelgangers, they were the same. They could not for example, give Koharu a Bolt Hunt, or the other Donut Typhlosion. But the other Baniri had Mega Punch. We finally got the 4th move for Baniri. So kudos to that? Question mark.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. That's something that happened. Baniri has a new move. Yeah, that's so true. Oh my god.
But it's not our Baniri, so does it make so does it count? We don't know. They don't either. Who cares? This was amazing. Go like, because this a priori, before watching this special, we should know one thing. This will not have any repercussions to the actual plot or journey of
Definitely
Journey.
not.
This is just,
I'm not gonna remember this.
Yeah, like, embrace the bullshit, pronto. And, they did it, right? They did it. Like, it was, oh my god, like, this was something else. Like, but Pichu was just adorable. Pichu, like, even because they just de-evolve. They don't, lose their conscience. Or even, Pichu, like, he just jumped to the chain. He was about to throw hands at gods. Like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, right? I know.
They did not hold back. I think that's, the best part, of this. Like, they did not hold back at all. Oh, man, what the hell? Again, this was a fever dream. And I think, oh my, I don't even know what to say.
I don't know.
Oh, the music? They continue to use the music of the Midsummer Special. Yeah, like, there are parts where you hear Ayashi's tracks, and like, this is very My Hero Academia. You see that it's,
yes.
like, some notes is very, HMA. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, good job, Journeys. You actually, it's a blessed mess. I think that's the best description. Like, you knew this would be convoluted, so you just went with it. Nessa, continue. I don't have anything much to add.
Oh man. So where can I start? I'm still processing everything, but basically, I guess this one did like a 180 because it was like last week it was so serious, and then it was everything was just this building, and now for this one, it did not do what exactly I because I actually didn't expect anything, to be honest. So I had no idea going in there, so like no clues, nothing like. But I was not expecting the prayer ending. That was probably that threw me off. I was like, wait, that's it. So you just pray to Arceus and that's it. And then Arceus solves everything within 2 seconds. I was so that part to me I was underwhelmed.
It's also,
But
oh,
yeah, underwhelming. And then I guess I didn't see Sun and Moon the Necroza, so I obviously would not picked up that like.
Yeah, like even the episode number, Sun and Moon 90, Journeys 90, like it's bit by bit. Also, Infernape was there because the poster child of Diamond and Pearl alongside Dawn.
And yeah, and then and also at the same time, I was like, I wanted more. I want to see more of the alternate universe. I want to see more of Kohara, more of Go, more of Dawn. Like I want to see like more of the lore. But I guess it's just I don't know. I guess just
The premise of this is more fitting, not even for an arc or a movie. This is too much. Like it feels like it's a trilogy. It feels like a premise of a trilogy.
I felt like honestly to me though, it's just probably my personal opinion. I feel like more stake could have gone because I was like, well, why did you bring back Cynthia? Because she was just like she was barely used. Or like it seems like only just like people were just watching like all the kids like, oh, the kids are gonna solve everything. I was like, where's an adult? Like
Cynthia was there to promote Master ZX because of the Komoho. No more, no less.
No, but I honestly feel like the stakes could have been higher, but I was not expecting like I guess the alternate universe Team Rocket be defeated so easily. Like and obviously too, it seems like the way it was going too is like obviously everyone was de-evolving into eggs, so nobody could do it. There was nobody who could do anything though. Yeah. But I did like besides like the story part like that was just bizarre. Besides, I actually did enjoy like seeing all the moms being little babies again, and I was happy to see Reboot. Like I love Reboot, and then also like I was happy to see Benary, and then like I was that part excited me. I was like, wow, that's like he knows the Mega Punch, but I wish we could have saw more of it. Like I guess like in me, it's just like I just wanted more. Like
because this Benary made that Dawn be a runner-up of a league. Don't forget that.
Yeah, no. So I just honestly wanted more of this, but but of course it was just a two-parter, so it's just like we don't have of this, so it's so that was just me. But otherwise, I was like, there was like I can't get really a sore. I'm probably gonna have to rewatch both parts again, just process everything, what's going on, like. But I was just mainly underwhelmed. I was mainly underwhelmed by the ending. Like I wasn't too keen about the whole prayer thing. I thought it was just like, okay, I guess this is the escape route. Kids pray.
The ending, it's basically it's Journey's slideshow syndrome. Let's end with a picture that it's thumbnail worthy. They always do it. They always do it.
So they slid right back home.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah, it was like otherwise. Yeah, I wanted more of this, but of course.
Came to the dub though.
I don't know, but yeah.
That's a question though. Like, should this special be a 3-parter? I feel like we always have that issue with any like specials that Journeys gets or like any quote unquote arcs.
I feel like if the stakes was higher, then yes, it definitely should be a 3-parter. But I guess because the stakes doesn't seem that high, I guess not.
One thing I want to talk about, the Team Rocket, because the other grunts, the Matori grunts, they're called Meowth by Commander Kaisho. So it's Meowth Matrix. Like the other grunts, they just wear white, so they are a bunch of non-archers. Like what the hell? Like they want to call and James using that he was a perfect Rowan. It reminded me when in Master Quest he disguised as Oak, but then I'm like. So you are Betrayal of Art Gold and Soul Silver. You just disguise perfectly, and you do like a Black Widow in Captain America 2 with the holographic mask thing. Like that's what he did, James. That's what he did. So yeah.
I know, it's just like
Also, Wobba Fett, the accent of Wobba Fett, like so nice. Like what?
Yeah, right. The deep voice. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, he has such a deep voice. Like no, like it was like,
Wow, Buffett.
yeah, what the hell is that, man?
Yeah.
I know. I actually thought AU Team Rocket was really a big threat though, because I honestly did.
Yeah.
I honestly thought they're going to get away with it, to be honest. Because
I find their plan ingenious. Like, let's reverse space time to make everyone be eggs, and we're going to raise them as our own, as our army. And I'm like, that's super smart. But I think that asking for Dialga and Palkia to do that's like extra steps. Like Celebi is right at the corner.
Went too far. Like, I don't think they could probably done it without Dialga and Palkia and messing.
Yeah, just get Celebi. Like
Yeah. I think they were just too power hungry. That's what it was.
Yeah, because they wanted to conquer all worlds.
Yeah. Basically, if you get too power hungry and asking too much, then yeah, it's gonna basically bite you back.
Yeah, this episode disproves one thing because I wanted, they got Lucario and Inteleon, and I'm like, yeah, makes sense. One is steel, the other is water. They want to use the Pokemon to basically be plates. Nah, they just kidnap for the sake of kidnapping, and I'm like, okay, I guess I write Journeys better. I'm sorry. Like,
no, yeah, I didn't get why they kidnapped Lucario and Inteleon.
Like we saw Floatzel, and I'm like, yeah, like we saw Floatzel, and I'm like, yes, it's another water type. But then we saw Bonsley, and I'm like, he's not a steel. If it was like a Bronzor or something, yeah, but a Bonsley, whatever.
No, yeah, so that's why it's kind of like, okay, so you just ride them still. I guess you just ride them and steal them. Like they're in their way, so that's it. They did that's why.
Yeah. But I do like how they use the Matori Matrix, because when we met, these four random dudes who just use, Rhyperior and the aces of the Galactic Commanders, we saw them in the resort area of the battle zone. So they debuted in Sinnoh, so they continue on showing up in Sinnoh occasionally, right? So yeah, Matori Matrix is just, it's Rocket Galactic, like, because they don't want to make Rainbow Rocket. Like, that's perfectly clear. Even in the Necrozma arc, like, they could have done Rainbow Rocket, but maybe Sophocles battling Cyrus and Lily battling Ghetsis, like in the games. Maybe they are not to that level. Let's Matori, you're there. Butch and Cassidy, no, we don't need those guys. Matori, come on, Matori.
You Team Rocket replaced Matori, because I was like, are her henchmen? Because like they look familiar.
Yeah.
No.
It's not Jesse and James. It was Meowth. Meowth is the leader.
Yeah, Meowth is the leader. Yeah, but they
Meowth
didn't
is
say
the leader of that unit.
Matori's not there at all. She's like, so they're not the higher. Yeah. It's not the high upbringing, or I don't know where the hell she is at.
Well, I mean, this Team Rocket is competent, right? Like, they have, like, their whole squad with them. Like, they have grunts. They all have berets. That means they're powerful. So it's like...
They all have berets.
I know. Alternate universe, Matori is probably probably stupid, and then just like does what Jesse James in their own world does. So
yeah, see, and I think that's the interesting part of this whole special. It's to see what could have been, of these characters. Like we see a confident Koharu. We see a confident Go.
I just like the idea of because this Go and Koharu, they never met Ash, but they still have the same experience, if not more, and they still have the same Pokemon. Yeah, so basically, in this reality, Koharu filled the Ash role, because are you telling me that this Go has a Cinderace? How did he got Cinderace? He got a reboot by battling Team Rocket, so maybe in the other reality, he battled other two grunts, maybe Butch and Cassidy, or Matori, we don't know. Are you telling me that the other Go basically saved Galar just on his own, or with Koharu? Because she didn't have Eevee back then. Like, are you telling me that there's a reality where Go is so badass that he stops the darkest day alone?
No, I was gonna say no. Apparently, I guess Koharu and Go are confirmed hackers. They said they
But here's the thing. They cannot be completely competent because Suicune is not in this episode. If Go was competent, we could have seen Go commanding Suicune.
Oh my god.
But they don't want to make they don't want to put Suicune in an egg.
Probably. Yeah, that would be
I'd
cool.
be cursed. And I wouldn't be okay.
You're like, okay.
But,
Reject
Nora, do
legends
you have
with
any
a web.
thoughts on the episode though? You in here? Okay.
Oh.
Never mind. Sorry. Okay.
It's all right.
Never mind. He's in the call, so I was like, oh, okay. If you have any thoughts, like, go for it. But if not, that's completely fine too. But,
All right,
yeah,
then.
guys, do you have any? Yeah.
I guess for that we might just go and wrap things up then. No, I think we got everybody's opinions all the way through. If I'm correct.
It was fun. It was fun.
Listen, I'm not gonna
great, man.
doubt
it
it
was
that
pure
it's a fun,
entertainment, to say
fun
the least.
time. So yeah.
Crazies don't know how to get it out. I seen this morning.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you are. We were waiting for you. You're okay with your audio
yeah.
now? Oh, okay. But did you have anything to say or add, or that's pretty much it?
Yeah.
Oh. That's
Sorry.
pretty much it. I was like, oh, okay. But no, okay, if you pretty much had everything you had to say already by this point, then that's fine. But yeah, I think for now we're going to call it a wrap, at least for the anime discussion then. I want to thank everybody so much for being here tonight, every single one of you guys. Thanks so much. And I'm going to go and wrap things up for this stream in particular. Literally in just a minute or two, we will be heading back again into Diamond and Pearl, specifically Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, to continue off the hunts with the shiny Pokemon. So we gotta make some work, because I don't know how long it's going to take us to get to, our end game and all that. We already got some things done, but now we need to continue our momentum with the Romanas Park arc, as I want to call it.
Yes.
So we're gonna be here for a bit. So chat, I'd like to ask you guys just to wait for a second here on the channel. I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna get things set up, and we're gonna move on into our next stream soon. So I will speak with you all then. Everybody in this call, thank you all so very much for being here. Really do appreciate it. And I will speak with you guys again, all of you folks, next week, when the next session of whatever. Well, actually, there is a new episode next week, right? Just to make sure.
Yeah, there is.
Okay,
Yeah,
just to make sure,
yeah.
because we've been getting a lot of weekly breaks. I just want to be sure.
Also, there is one thing about next week, because Go is going to use Absol, right? And I think, they really want to be very specific to when use Absol, because Absol is a living barometer for natural disasters. If that Absol traveled with Ash and Go on a daily basis, he would not have a day of rest. He would be constantly stressed. 'Cause
The episode needs to begin with them noting about Absol's disaster gimmick. If they don't do that, we already got a failure.
Like, hey, let's go to Galar, and Absol just wants to join for no reason, quote unquote. Like, I sense bullshit, I need to go.
My bullshit radar is tingling. We need to go. Nyum.
I hope Ash brings on Gengar though.
They better. That thing is ghost related. I hope he bring that ghost Pokemon with him. But then again, to be fair, we've had episodes where you think certain Pokemon would be here, and then they don't show up. So I believe they already confirmed he's already for this next episode, given that the plot point regarding Gengar and Onion Kun
There's just one thing, because it's Alistair, right? So, Journeys, please, can you give Miss Trivas a little bit of spotlight? Thank you. I like Miss Trivas. She's a cute.
He cute. All right, so I'm gonna end the stream for just a second. I'll speak with you all real soon, and everybody on Twitch, let's go have some fun with our shiny Regice hunt in just a minute. All right, I'll see you guys then.